Hello friends, so today I'm going to be showing you guys the Project Life page using the November 2016 Citrus Twist kits. I am scrapbooking when we went out to get Korean barbecue, which is by far my favorite meal ever in the whole entire world, and since I moved back from LA, I have yet to find anything that remotely comes close to the deliciousness of Korean barbecue because we would just go to, little holes in the wall, wouldn't really pay that much money, and have pretty much all you can eat meat. So, definitely just a whole slew of deliciousness. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this layout, picking out some of the cards that we got, and also trying to find if some of the papers might work. And this took me quite a bit to figure out, so I kind of stopped uh, and took a second to do that. So first I decided to work on this picture of me, my boyfriend, and my best friend, and my boyfriend looks a little stupid in this. I think I was really trying to take a picture with Patty, but I'll keep him in the photo anyway. And I was just looking at some of the embellishments to see if there was anything in particular that I could add that I liked, but um, I knew I needed to cut down some of the photo, and then I wanted to use a little bit of this blue paper as well to kind of back it a little bit. So I'm just doing that right now. And I'm cutting off that white piece first. And I knew I wanted to add a little title underneath this picture because I have some words from like jelly bean soup or something like that that say awesome, and I think that a lot of the words matched the color scheme very well, but unfortunately not a lot of the words matched what the event was, so I just used the word awesome, and it took me a bit to take out the little sections in the middle. I wish I had like a poker tool, which I do need to get. But I'm just off camera trying to figure out how to get the little sections off. And it took me so long, I had to like pause the camera for a second. So then I just add the word awesome to the bottom of this card. And that is really all that I do with this card. I think that it looks good just the way it is. Um, and I really like these chipboard pieces, so I used one of the sayings right at the bottom. It just says My Tribe. And then they came with these cute little, I mean, they're not enamel dots, they're like puffy dots. So I put some of those on there as well because I do want some of the embellishments to tie the whole page together. So I'm going to use a lot of those little puffy dots as well as some of those chipboard stickers that came from the Citrus Twist kits. And the next picture that I'm going to do is me and Patty, and I cut out, or I didn't cut out, I wanted to put the picture over rain or shine because that saying literally meant nothing to me in terms of what this photo was. And I'm just looking at some of the die cuts and looking at some of the things that I can add to this photo to kind of like embellish it. So I end up using some of these crosses that I have, and I also am looking at the cut apart sheet to see if there is a saying or something that I can add to this photo as well. One thing that I definitely wanted to use was a chipboard piece from that sheet, and then I was cutting out a label to potentially use on the sheet as well. I think that it would be pretty cool to have like that cut apart sheet have stickers on it. So when you cut it apart, you could just peel it and stick it on. I don't mind cutting it out, but it would just be pretty cool if it did that. But I think I'm just writing down that this was Patty's first time trying Korean barbecue, and she loved it just as much as I did, and we still talk about it to this day, and I wish that we could have more. I wish that I could eat it right now, to be honest. So next I'm just taking a picture of the food, and I'm going to cut it down and put it on this card that is a part of the Citrus Twist Project Life kit. And one thing that is, I mean, pretty obvious, but I noticed that when I cut my pictures down or have smaller photos, and it's normally when I print them at home that they end up being tinier, it takes me a lot longer to scrapbook, which is fine. There's sometimes where I just want a quick layout. There's sometimes when I want to, do a lot more. But when you have to embellish and add things to every single card and put paper behind it, it does tend to take longer. So if you don't mind, printing out photos, smaller photos is really fun to switch it up for me. But at the same time, if you have a lot to catch up on, then sometimes maybe printing out photos large is the way to go. Just something that I did notice, and most of the time, because I get my pictures printed out 4 by 6, I don't have, time to resize all of them. So they end up just being, 4 by 6, and then the project life takes a lot quicker. But back to what I'm doing, I am putting yum, like a little title on my journaling card. I just wrote about how this was Patty's first time having Korean barbecue. We wanted to take her here because it was our favorite place to eat, and just how she loved it just as much as we loved it. And also wrote about how much I miss eating there, and I could not get that little dot down. My fake nails were not doing so hot for me. um, but I wanted to use more of these because I wanted almost like a title card. So I'm putting the word Korean barbecue, very original, I know, right at the top of this card. I wanted to embellish the card more as well, so I found this little cut apart sheet that had a tab that I thought would just be cool to add to the back of this photo. And these colors are the theme, I guess, all the colors that are used in this layout, so I just thought it would be cute. I doodled a little line around the tab. I don't know why, I just felt like it was blending into that blue background a lot, so I thought maybe adding that might help. And I'm just trying to find more things in the cut apart sheet that I could potentially add. I do go back to the Jelly Bean word stickers because I thought maybe there might be a word I can put in there, but I don't end up finding anything. I put a cut apart word best in there. I'm looking at my word stickers, which I think I do end up using these. I love word stickers, and especially when they're gold. I didn't think any of the black word stickers would really fit, but the white ones with the gold, that does fit. So now I'm working on trying to see if, I could find any words that work, because I think it would just be cool to add that font to another one of the cards. And since this card doesn't really have anything, I put the word love on there. And it's true, I do really love this food, so it's very fitting that I put the word love down. So again, I'm just trying to peel out the little sections, which take me so long for whatever reason, and then I'm just going to stick the rest of the word down for the card to say love. I go back to the cut apart sheet, see if there's anything or any words that might fit in this situation, and I cut out the black typewriter that says here and now. So it kind of says like love here and now. And then I'm going to go to this picture, which is a picture of all of the sides that come with Korean barbecue. And obviously flannel forever doesn't exactly work in this layout, so I just cover it with the picture. I think that if that happens, so I don't do project life in the traditional sense. If you want to see how my approach is to scrapbooking, I just uploaded a video about that, so you can check that out. But I don't do project life in the traditional sense. It's just done by events for me. So even though for people who are doing project life, flannel forever would probably be very fitting right now. It's fall here in the Midwest, and I'm wearing flannels like every single day, but unfortunately doesn't work when I used to live in California and I'm eating Korean barbecue. So I'm just adding the date to this photo. I really do try and put the dates on a label just like this on every single page. Just to remember that, and I always have to reference back to Facebook, which kind of sucks. I don't remember the dates for everything. Um, but I always try and do that to tie all of my layouts together. And I do also put the date on my large layouts, my 12 by 12s or my 8.5 by 11. I'm constantly adding that, and I think it's a really good way to tie everything together. I think that having a theme or just like one little thing throughout your album, it's really helpful. So I'm just trying to find things to embellish this card with. I'm looking at the cut apart sheet and trying to find things that I think would look cute with it. So I'm going back and going to use the word among friends. There were a lot more people that ended up coming to this. I just didn't take photos of them, or they just didn't turn out. But I put another one of the words, yes please, and I am trying to make it a little wonky on purpose, I promise. And I'm using more of the cut apart as well as the enamel dots to tie everything together, and I'm almost done now. So now I'm just going to show each of the cards up close if you would like to see. I really enjoyed how this layout ended up turning out. Especially because if you watched my organizing of the kit, I said I didn't really love the Project Life cards, but actually I think once it was all tied together, I did actually like how it looked. So I'm kind of biting my tongue on that one, sorry. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more from me, please press the subscribe button. I also post other layouts that I do but don't film on my Instagram. If you want to check that out, I'll leave the link below. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful scrappy time, and yeah, thanks. Bye.